No topic. Yeah. We got the rent paid. I got my car paid. Working my job cake. We working till lunch break. I got my phone paid. We working for Ben Frank. What's up? It's your boy, How Dmitchbdt. You're tuned into one of the hottest podcasts is out. We call it No Topic. Where you can do or say anything you want to say, as long as you're not bringing people down without bringing them up. You dig? Now we got a special guest today. Go by the name of
Tony Klapper, writer and creator of 5 Star. What's up, man?
T.
What's
Clap.
going on, man?
My guy right here. I've been knowing this dude for a long time, probably high school football days.
Yeah, we was both on the ineligible squad at one point.
Oh, he hit home with the pow my junior year.
But
senior year, I got busy.
Yeah, my dude got busy senior year. Not so much for me, but hey, not all of us could be athletes.
Hell yeah, man. I remember you being in the weight room pushing 500 on
I used
bench.
to do the weight room.
Yeah,
I used to love the weight room. That was it. I couldn't play football to save my life, but hey, we was in there.
Back to the Pooter podcast. I asked him on there, I was like, didn't I flip somebody in Springboro? I don't know if I tackled you or Keith. I wanted to ask one of you. Keith.
I'm pretty sure it was Keith. Yeah.
I remember I flipped somebody, but I had to bring that out there.
That was the one and only game I went to.
In Springboro, man, it was the days, man. Yeah. I just had to ask that because me and Pooter couldn't figure it out. But now you know it was Keith. But back to T. Clap. Like I said, this is my dude. I know him a long time.
Yeah.
Always been a good dude. I never had no beef with this dude, man. I seen this dude go through different phases of life and got the kids and the family. I respect him more because he's a family man. He do what he got to do, take care of his kids. And it's dope to have a father that's creating something like this, 5 Star. You know what I'm saying? He got his own comic book and all that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now we're going to start with this, man. Where you from? For the people who don't know you, where you from, man?
Right here from Middletown, man. Middletown, born and raised. Lived here my whole life for the most part. So, as an adult, I lived a little bit in Trenton. But right here, man, love the Midi. Love the 513.
I love when people say that, man. People be trying to play Middletown, man.
All the time, city, man. Yeah. We got so much talent here and so much just potential, man. And people want to play us. If you're not from here, you don't understand what it's like to be here and the talents that are here and the people who are doing things. I mean, even right now, shout outs to Kevin Cordero, Joey Brown.
What's good?
Kevin Aldridge, the Ohio Kings and KVO. Mm-hmm. Just so much talent, KVO. Man, you know. And people do play us, but we getting out there. And
hell yeah, Middletown where it's at for real, man. Home of Chris Carter, Jalen Marshall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Kyle
Schwarber.
Yeah.
Many others out there, man. Like, how was you born and raised, though? Like, did you have both of your parents and all that?
No. Mainly my mom, man. My mom held it down for me, me and my brother, and she took one of my friends into it at a young age. So, just my mom, man. We actually grew up right here in Liberty Manor. It was called Chatham Village back then. But I grew up mostly right here in these apartment complexes, man. So.
Hell yeah. I think I met your mom a couple times, man. I remember a long time ago. I think it was off Wilbraham Road. I think it was a party or something.
Yeah. She used to let us have little get-togethers all the time.
That's throwback, man.
Yeah.
I remember your mom's being a cool lady. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, you can. You have, like you said, you had Porter on here before. Porter he pretty much lived at my house for like 2 summers.
That's dope.
Keith Pierfoy. My mom always let all my friends hang out and stay the night. She was known as the lady that just like, as long as you mind the rules, you can hang out and stay. So. We always have people over.
That's dope. How is it like your family didn't look at you a certain way that you had a lot of black friends? You know what I'm saying?
No, my mom's always loved everybody, no matter what. And that's just how me and her both are. My brother is, you know, that's never been an issue with us. She didn't care.
Man, she the real MVP. We need more people, you know what I'm saying, to hear this. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, he been my friend since high school for a while.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And going to his house, his mom being acceptive of me, you know what I'm saying?
All the time.
Any kind of family in a way, like my kids and his kids.
Yeah,
it's like family.
Yeah,
I haven't figured it out though, but I know y'all family.
Yeah,
I think aunties or something.
You're. I'm cousins with your baby mama. So
the baby mom, the mother of my children, she hate that
title. My bad, cuz my bad.
Mother of my children.
My bad.
Okay, I got another question, a good one for you.
All right.
Who started YA? If y'all don't know, he rapped too.
I used to rap. Yeah, I can spit some bars if you want. No, I'm playing.
And he can sing. I heard you doing that Pokemon joint. That Pokemon, you was going crazy.
Who started YA? It was actually me, man. I started Young and Amazing Entertainment. Brought on Dave Smythe. Actually, let's run that back real quick. First of all, there wouldn't be no Tony Clapp, there wouldn't be no Young Adley without D Mitch.
Oh shit. Okay.
So, let's run it all the way back from the beginning. Without you and Better Than Them, there wouldn't be, because it was you who I let borrow the laptop, and that's what started my whole. I got a little interested.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So
I didn't know that like that.
Yeah, so it was you that inspired me for real to even start spitting. It was me in Kansas, Elston,
K-City,
Ant Brown. We started it, and then people get caught up in life and whatnot, and then we moved on, and it was Envy, Willie Hunter, Cheddar, and myself were like the 3 core people, and we just kept adding people on. We was up to like 11 people at one point.
Shit, why it was big? I remember y'all had all the T-shirts and shit. I was like,
T-shirts.
oh shit, they ain't playing around.
We was dropping. Envy drops a CD every other month. It seems like, but
shout out to Envy. He was on the first episode. If y'all don't know,
yeah, it's my dude, man. Mad respect for Envy. Top 5 all day.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that towards the end.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. We gonna get to that one. I don't know why it was booming, man.
Yeah,
I had some hitters on there.
I'll never. That's one part of my life that I would never replace for anything. It was a lot of good experiences. I loved every minute of it. I hold that near and dear to my heart, man. Just the journey that we had, and just the passion, and we all had each other's backs, and I just loved it.
Oh yeah, that's like brotherhood.
Oh yeah, there's nothing, and you know this, when you're making music with people that you're cool with, and you're able to get those writing sessions going and feed off of one another, and that energy in the studio, there's nothing like it.
That should be the dopest, man, because it forms stories to tell too. Like just being in the booth. Right. Sometimes, like we be in the booth, we end up not recording and just from having a good time.
Yeah, it'd be the funniest things would definitely happen. And then that part of my life, it was, we was smoking and drinking while we was in the studio, and that just makes everything that much funnier.
Turn up.
So
come out with them bangers.
Right.
For real. All right, man. Like I said, this is the guy who created 5-star comic books.
Oh yeah.
Like what got you into comic books? Like what has sparked you? Like, okay, I'm going to go this route.
Always have loved comics books. More so when I was a kid, it was the cartoons. Our generation grew up on all the animated series that was out. A big one for me was Static Shock. I love Static Shock. Loved that show. Loved a lot of the other shows. Watching the shows is what got me to go back and I want to read where these characters came from. So I started reading the comics, and I have just always loved the concept of superheroes. Spider-Man's a big one for me. And not just the Spider-Man part, but I love the aspect of Peter Parker because he's a character that you can relate to. And I like characters like that. So about 3 years ago, I always would write stories to myself, but that wasn't the cool thing to do in high school. Right. You know what I mean?
No, but that's dope. Thinking nowadays, that's dope.
So back then, it wasn't the cool thing to do. So you kind of put that to the side and try to play football or whatever. But from there, man, 3 years ago, I was like, I'm about to just do this. There's no reason why I shouldn't do it. It's a passion of mine. I'm going to do it. I put my mind to it and just got to writing. And when you're writing a comic book, it's similar to writing a movie script. You got to lay out everything, all the emotion. You got to lay out all the action, everything that's happening inside of it. So I just took lessons, learned from people. My first book came out. People loved it. And I've grown from it.
All right, we are back to No Topic with my boy T Clap right here in the building, man. Moneytown, Ohio, the Midi. So, what made you create? Okay, before I get to that one,
all right.
Who's your character?
His name is Kevin Terry.
As you can see,
5-star is his name.
5-star.
5-star. Yeah, Kevin Terry. Based off of 2 people that I know in real life, Terry Shores, Kevin Aldridge, both mentors of mine.
That's dope.
I try to incorporate as much of Middletown in my books as possible because, like I said before, there's just so much talent and so much unsung heroes in Middletown. So many people fighting for the community. who could make it out. It could have went places and done stuff in other communities and could have worked in other communities and compete anywhere with the scholarships not the scholarships, but the career paths that they have. They could work anywhere, but they choose to work in this city because they love this city and they know it's got more potential than what people say about us. And Kevin Aldridge and Terry Shores are both those people. Terry is a teacher at the middle school, and Kevin has his KVO, which is a nonprofit organization. Both work with the youth, man, and we need people like that. And I wanted to showcase that in my book. I wanted to showcase a strong African-American character who is fighting for his community, who is out doing things in his community, out being that unsung hero. Those people have the hardest jobs because a lot of people, they respect them, but they give them so much pushback, and all they're trying to do is help. So Kevin Terry, in the book, he's already somebody that's fighting for his community before he gets powers. Then he gets powers. With that comes this whole other stuff. He's got celebrities hitting him up to come to parties. How do you, stay on your moral compass when you got all this other stuff? He saves the world. People want to take selfies with him, but he's still trying to stay to his humble beginnings. And not only that, but he's in a superhero world that's already established, and more characters come out through the book who have already been superheroes for like 50 plus years. So he's just trying to find his grounds in the world that's already established, the same as me as a comic book writer trying to find my way in a world that's already established. There's tons of comic books out there, tons of characters. How do you make your own story? And you just got to have your own niche, and you got to find your own lane. Same with music. It's a very oversaturated thing. You have to find the thing that sticks out, the thing that makes you you. And it's the same as writing comics, man. Just people say, oh, that's like Superman. Nah, it's not like Superman. It's like 5-star. Like,
like this podcast, like jumping into it, like you just gave me motivation from all that you just said, man. That shit is deep. Like that really just gave me motivation right now, like because we live in it, like you said, saturated. Any idea you got, it's already there. You just gotta find that niche.
Your niche, yeah.
I don't know.
We wasn't around in the 80s. A lot of stuff was really fresh, new stuff was just coming in the 70s and the 80s, early 90s, where it was like, whoa, like major things. And any idea you got now, like you said, it's been done, but that doesn't mean, oh, that's been done, I'm not gonna do it. No, that means done, but I got a different way to tell it. I got a different way to do it. I got something that's on my mind. It's been done, but it ain't been done by me because I'm me and they're not me.
Get your own. Just like Bruce Lee created his own fighting style. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? The martial arts world was huge, but he created his own lane with it. Now look at him. Yeah. Man, that's dope. Like, I want this to become like in Marvel. Not in Marvel, but like a movie.
That status. Oh, yeah. A movie would be, like, for me, the ultimate like goal would be to have that cartoon that I could watch on Saturday mornings with my kids. And it's still dope to the, like, adults love it. But kids love it, and it's got that good balance. To me, that's the best, and that's what I try to do with my product because I got, like you said, I'm a family man. I got 3 young kids. I want them to always be able to pick up one of my books and read it and not feel like, it's too much for them. Or I want to be able to take it. I do a lot of stuff at schools, elementary schools. I take the book there, read it to the kids. I want to inspire them to, just because if they're into that thing, don't let up on it. A lot of the community is going to be like, you got to be the kid to shoot the jumper. You got to be the kid that can, throw the football. You don't. If you like to write stories, you like to draw, we as parents and we as teachers, we need to encourage that in those kids because those are the kids who are going to eventually make the entertainment that we watch, that we love.
It's powerful. He put you up on game. He put me up on game right now. That shit real, man.
We focus so much on to where, and you'll hear parents say it all the time, like, oh, he kind of different. He likes to draw pictures. Or, oh, she kind of different. She like to write stories. Because they're not into sports. But we get so programmed to be like, we got to be the next Middletown Midi. We got to be the next football player. We got to be the next basketball player. No, you don't. Imagine if back when I was in high school and I was like, football ain't for me. And I just decided to keep writing stories and put out books. Then how far would I be now? But I felt like, to be cool, to feel like I had, not to be cool, but kind of in a sense to be cool.
To kind of fit in.
To fit in.
That's everybody, though, as a kid,
You want to do what's But if it's encouraged and people really, how many people were closet nerds in high school?
Shit, I was one of them for real.
Loved, everything like Dragon Ball Z. Loved everything like anime. Loved all the cartoons.
Fire, man. This shit is good quality.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. That's my dude, Adam Fields, man. He's done some Marvel work before. Hopped on there for me and did that piece. Very excited about the way that turned out, man.
This shit is dope. For real. Like, and the crazy thing is that you got it from, your motivation was Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah, man. He's just an all-around good dude, man. And I wanted to showcase that because
that's dope.
There isn't heroes showcased like that. Like, you got Black Panther, but it's something that we can't relate. We can't relate to that. We don't live in an African kingdom here. We can't relate to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's different here. You got Luke Cage, who's more on the street side. Is he a positive? Yes, I'm not saying he ain't. But
didn't you meet him?
Yes, I did.
That's dope. We met, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's dope, man. He met Luke Cage, man. That's fire.
Was it Michael Colton, I think is his real name? Whatever, I can't think of it. We all know him as Luke Cage, Netflix Luke Cage. But anyway, just have them unsung African-American heroes who were in every community fighting for kids who are difficult. We were difficult. You know what I mean? We didn't want to be told what to do, but they stay strong in that, and they give so much time to better us. Just imagine that they spend their whole work day and their goal is to better us. And we're not even their kids.
Yeah. But
they want us to do better.
That's a lot to comprehend for certain people that don't look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? It be parents out there with attitudes and mad at, you know what I'm saying? But they don't understand, like, they taking their time sacrificing that shit for us. Just like when I look at my son's football coach. He had every practice, you know what I'm saying? Like, for my son.
Yeah.
Because he want him to get better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Taking him to Tennessee to get better. You know what I'm saying? That shit is fire.
Some of these people could have got degrees in anything they wanted to, but they got degrees in wanting to work with the, stuff that can benefit the youth. They could have worked anywhere, but they chose to come back. Most of them were raised here. They know what it was like here. They came back to work here better
That's a real one.
Us. You know what I mean?
That's a real one, man. That's deep. I don't know. It's even doper, not bringing race into it, but for you as a white male to say that.
Yeah.
You won't hear that. You won't hear that every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like, for him to say that kind of makes me feel like, damn, like, yeah, that ain't even pop in my head. He done made his whole his comic book hero after Kevin. You know what I'm saying? That whole movement. That's just, and I seen you use that as game too.
I went to the Ohio Kings game, man. Their first game, they won 126 to 104, I believe. And that's just another way of bringing more opportunities to people that are in the area.
Yeah. He's always
Giovanni from here. I can't think of his last name. Giovanni.
He play on the team?
He plays on the team.
That's dope.
That's an opportunity.
I want to go see a game.
You know what I mean? We should catch the next one. I'm gonna try to make every game.
Where is it at?
It's at Cincinnati State. They play there. That's their home game. So it's about a 45 minute.
Take the kids. I seen like a little highlight video or something.
Yeah, there was tons of kids.
Dude caught the oop.
Yeah.
We bounced off the rim. He came back.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. They look.
It's a very. I mean, it's a very high. It was a very high speed game. I mean, it was fun to watch. I'm not really into basketball. Like, if you ask me, like, I couldn't tell you nothing really about basketball. But
I hear you.
I have fun and I enjoyed just being there and supporting my dude.
Entertainment too. I don't know, man. I don't know. The more that you explain this, it makes me feel bad that I didn't even read it from getting it from you.
Sorry, man.
That was like what, a year or two ago?
It was about a year ago, maybe.
Yeah. I feel horrible right now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be real. That's what this podcast is for. But now it makes me just want to dive into it. I've never been a comic book guy, but just to see my dude do something so dope and
I try to put the passion
and just him being my friend. Just I don't know. But I feel like I've always hung around creative people. For you to do this shit, like, that shit is fire, man. If y'all don't see this right here, like,
I appreciate it.
You hear the reason behind it, and he stuck to his shit. And I seen you signing autographs too, man.
Yeah, and
that's dope, man.
Yeah,
These are the big things, y'all.
It's weird when people want your autograph. It's even weirder when people will pay you to sign their things.
That's fire.
I was at Cool Comics and Collectibles in Middletown on Central. They just got a new shop over. They took over the old tobacco store there. But when they was at their other shop right across the street from Grandpa Joe's, you know, I met dude Merle, and he was like, "What are you doing tonight? Let's go live. I'll get you some live sales." I'm like, "Cool, man. Like, yeah, let's do it." Very, very cool dude, man. We jump on the live sale. He's like, "Yo, what do you know? They're $5 each. Sell them for $10 if you sign them." I'm thinking in my mind like, "Bro, ain't nobody about to buy my signature for $5." Everybody that got on that live that wanted the book spent the extra $5 for me to sign the book, and that's just a real like humbling feeling to know that people care that you're the one that took your time to write this, and they want your signature on it, and it makes it that more valuable to them. You will get the oh, so you drew all this? No, I was the writer. Oh, like it's not as impressive that you.
It's a team thing.
Yeah.
People.
That's with everything.
I hate the people like that. Like
you know what
I'm saying?
Like, oh, you just
but the writer is the heartbeat.
Yeah, you know it's the same with any. It's the same as a producer and the artist. You need both to make the track.
You make a dope track. Who made that beat?
Yeah.
Then you hear nothing I said.
Yeah.
Who made that beat?
Yeah.
I feel what you're saying.
It's the same. You know what I mean? Oh, you didn't draw it. No, I wrote it, but everything that they drew came out of my mind because I had to write it in script form.
Created it.
Yeah.
You created him.
Yeah. So
we are back. You know what I'm saying? No topic. With my boy T Clap in the building. I seen you had Joey in a comic book. The STA or STA shirts in there.
Actually, every chance I get to have like a billboard, I try to put STA on it in the background. I had a girl wearing a shirt, and actually, Joey Brown is in issue 3 as a celebrity.
Shout out Joey.
Joey Makes.
What's good, Joey Makes.
And my brother Aaron Shields is in it too, man.
Shields.
He's gonna be a character in the book. So every time I come up with a character, I try to make it off of people I know, man, because I just want to, you know, my loved ones I want to put in the book. Like why wouldn't I? Especially if people are doing big things. Yeah. Why wouldn't I want to put that in there? Like, you know, Joey and STNA, I mean STA, sorry, I work at a nursing home, so STNA comes up often.
STNA.
But no, STA, man. That's big things, man, and I'm proud of him for that. And I know he loves comic books, so I wanted to put him in the book and showcase that. And then, you know, I've already got other things in my mind for other books that I'm working on to incorporate other people. Kevin Cordero, there's going to be a barbershop scene, and you know he's going to be the barber. Because why wouldn't he be a barber? Yeah. He's my homie, and he owns this barbershop. So why wouldn't Royal Studios be in my book? You know what I mean? There's another book I'm working on called Faceless, and it's a more underground. It's not so super. It's superhero, but it's a little grungier. And there's a part in it where he's in a hip hop club, and I plan on showcasing multiple artists that I know personally in them little background scenes, because I just like to add people I know in my books. I want you to pick up a book and be like, oh, bro, that's me in the book. Like, that's what it's about, man.
That is fire, man. My dude T Clap, man. I'm just overwhelmed. Like, it's
all good, man.
No, because that shit is just fire.
It's all good, bro.
Is it so is it based in Middletown, like the city?
The city is based in New York, and I know it's kind of cliche because a lot of comic books are based in New York, but it has a lot of Middletown things in it. You know what I'm saying? He's from Middletown. The character's actually from Middletown. But in the book, in order to explain how his powers and all that, I had to take him somewhere else, but it eventually will come back to that. Marie Edwards, shout out to Marie Edwards. She's another unsung hero. She's actually Kevin Terry's sister in the book. So, like I said, I try to add as many people as I know possible.
Like, what do these people, like Kevin and Terry, what do they think about this? Like,
they love it, man. I mean, neither one of them are comic book dudes. They're both very big sports dudes, and that generation was all about the sport.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But they both love it, man. They both love that I incorporated them into the book, and they love the reason behind it, and they know that it's all love, and it's just based off of just what I see. Like, they're big mentors to me, and have influenced me in my life, and I know their drive, and I know their passion, and their love for the Lord, and I know that, like, they're here to better the youth, and that's what I encourage.
That's fire, man.
I'm actually working with Kevin, with KVO. We're at Amanda Elementary School. Today I teach a hour class to the after school program about how to do creative writing, how to come up with characters, and I love it, man. It's just a way for
Fire,
me,
man. That's motivation.
Way for me to
Give
share
them back.
my passion and encourage those kids. Like I was saying earlier, man, it's cool that you don't like gym time as much as the other kids. You like to write? Well, here. So do I. Look at me. I'm from here. I sat in these same seats as you. Yeah. I ate at the same McDonald's that you eat, and I write comic books. Look at them. And to the kids, I mean, that's like,
boom,
next level.
Are you even from here?
I
ain't from here.
Right. That's next level.
This is next level.
For them, you know, they really are just like, wow. Be out at Kroger, and some kid will be with his mom like, that's the comic book dude. He was at my school. And their mom's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, you know, and I explain it to him. It's just, I just love that. I love that I'm giving them something to think about. Like, nah, think about it, man. The cartoon that you love, somebody wrote that. Yeah. Somebody wrote that. Somebody drew that. That was just some little funny story. I mean, think about like Ninja Turtles, big thing. If you get a chance on Netflix, watch the show called The Toys That Made Us. That show on there,
I've seen that pop up,
will inspire you. Two dudes sitting like we are, both like to draw. One said, what would be the funniest animal for Bruce Lee to be? Dude said, turtle. Drew a turtle, showed it to his friend. Boom. Now,
look at it.
Like
I said, you taking my mind to a whole different level. Like, that's deep. Just the fact that you said, like, every kid's not going to be interested in gym. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
like,
they're not.
Every kid's not going to be an athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not. There's kids who like to do other things, and that's okay. Why can't we encourage it like we encourage everything else?
Man, that shit real, man.
You know?
Like,
why ain't there's a sports team for everything, multiple sports teams. Why ain't there something that you can enroll your kid in to teach them how to, I mean, I'm sure there is, but we don't focus on it as much. There's not as many options. They cost outrageous. Why can't they just sign up for a season of how to draw comics or a season on how to write a script?
That sounds like something you should start up here.
So I mean,
that's like something for the future, brother.
That's the game plan with KVO. With, you know, we launched at Amanda Elementary, but we hope to take it further than that. We hope to get into schools and really show them kids like, man, you can do this. It's not lame. It's not because I guarantee you, some of the people who would call you lame watch the same things you're watching, like the same things you like, and they're gonna grow up and think, man, I was acting kind of childish, man. You got to get kids out of that mindset, which is hard to do. You know that. I mean, kids, popularity is everything. Yeah. As a kid.
Especially nowadays, the way the world going now.
Right, yeah.
This shit is crazy. Yeah,
popularity is everything. You got to
get them into something now.
And trendy and, you know, but if we work now with the youth to change that mindset, 10 years down the road, it can be a different situation.
Hell yeah, man. I think you're doing something major, man. And
I appreciate it, man. I'm really trying to.
That shit is amazing and motivating, inspiring.
I appreciate it.
So you say you got a podcast you about to work on too?
I am. It's gonna be called, and really my new addition to my family. My daughter Amara, she's 3 months now. Gave us our 5th member of our family. 5 stars in my book, so now we're the 5-star fam. Hashtag the 5-star fam. And me and my daughter came up with the name Pow Wham Bam with the 5-star fam. We're gonna talk. You know what I'm saying?
Catchy.
Yeah, Pow Wham Bam with the 5-star fam. We're gonna talk about comics. We're gonna talk about my comic book stuff and just pick their brains about little things. And it's just the innocence of kids and just the crazy things that they come up with and their thoughts on things. You know, I'm gonna talk about some like hot topics and just see what they think. Like, what do you think about that? Because we don't listen to our kids
that's gonna go
enough anyway. I mean, some parents do, but like kids are creative, they're smart, and they got stuff to say about things if you just ask them and take the time to listen. And,
that shit is fire, man. You got something big going, man.
I appreciate it, man. I love this, man. I mean, as soon as I seen the podcast, I was like, whoa, this is nice, bro. Like, I hit you up ASAP.
On here now. Episode 5. Forgot to say that earlier. Episode 5.
5 star on
episode 5 star.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
So we here. I love it, man. I love everything you do, man. As far as your music, bro, I've always thought you've been one of the hardest in the city. So
that's fire. I appreciate that.
No problem, man.
We are back. Yeah. First of all, I just want to say I appreciate you, man, for coming on. You definitely put me up on game, put the world on game about a lot of shit from the comic book and just for life in general.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you having me for real, man. It means a lot to even be on here. So
you definitely inspired me, man. Like, you a deep dude. You always been a deep dude, man. And
I appreciate it.
I don't know. We need more people like you in this world. For real.
Hey, you're the one that gave me the avenue to speak it, and hopefully people hear it. And so, in the same breath, man, we need more people like you who decided, there's 1,000 podcasts out there, but mine's gonna be different. And I'm gonna have my dude Tony Klapper on here, and he's gonna lay down some things, and I appreciate it, bro.
That's dope, man. I don't know. It's all love, man.
Oh yeah.
But my favorite part, I'm gonna take you to the speed round. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions.
All right.
Just answer them as fast as you can, man.
All right, okay? I'll try.
Okay. Okay. What's one of the weirdest things you ever done to fake sick to get out of school?
I don't know, man. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry. I'll come back to that one.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Brush my teeth. Brush my teeth. Boom.
If you was arrested with no explanation, what will one of your friends or family assume you've done?
Speeding, hit somebody in the car. I'm a terrible driver.
Get it in. Okay, hot dogs or hamburgers?
Hamburgers.
Okay.
I'm quick with the food. No, I'm kidding.
Back to what was one of the weirdest things you ever done to fake sick to get out of school, if you can remember.
I can't remember, man. I always went to school. I was a good kid, stayed in school, didn't miss any.
My mom, you gonna see this. One time I put my head on a heater. Like, not on there, but it was like a vent my grandparents had in the ground.
Yeah.
So I would lay my head across it.
Okay.
So I would feel warm.
Okay.
You know? My own feel good. She touched my head. Ooh, baby. Ooh. You warm.
Hey.
Type shit.
That's
okay.
Funny.
If you had a superhero power, what would it be? If you got to pick any superhero power, what would it be?
I would want to just teleport to anywhere I wanted to, anytime I wanted. That would be the dopest thing. Boom, Florida. Boom, back in Ohio. Boom, London. Boom. You ever seen Jumper?
Yeah. That shit fired.
I would love that. Take the kids on vacation real quick, get it done in one day, come back, boom. That would be it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay. Tupac or Lil Wayne?
Tupac.
You thought about to say Biggie, huh?
I did. I almost said.
Okay. You don't do none of these, but drink or smoke?
Drink occasionally.
Okay. LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan.
Jordan? Okay.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with LeBron? You just think he ain't up to that?
I don't really watch enough to know, but...
Okay, but Jordan, go.
You know.
See him over there, go. Okay, if you had to choose one animal to help you win a fight, which animal will it be?
A grizzly bear.
Okay.
Just something fierce.
This was Donaldson Flame. He was on an episode before you. He said he'd bring a skunk. I thought that was smart.
That's smart. That's smart. That's smart.
Help you fight.
That's my dude too, man. He's doing big things, man. Shout out to him for sure.
Flame, man. Okay.
For sure.
Now, name your top 5 favorite local rappers.
Just said one of them. You, Envy, J.L., and I gotta say myself, man. I'm one of my own favorite rappers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. My dude Cheddar too, man. He's
Cheddarmosity.
He just does his thing, man. He's just the most faithful to the music, man. He has his style and he sticks to his style, and I like that, man. Don't change you for what the rest of the world's doing. You stick to what you do. I love that about him, man. He's always been like that.
Shout out Cheddar. Where he been at?
He's been doing his thing, man. You know,
he's still in Middletown?
man. No, he's out in Springboro now. But.
Oh, moving up in the world. Okay, with the Springboro left the mini, man. Okay. But shit, man. That's really it, brother, man. I appreciate you coming through and showing the world.
Showing the world.
Terrific. comic book, man. This is dope, man.
Appreciate it.
If you can give the kids or just anybody in general any advice, what would it be?
You're not weird. Any idea you have isn't weird. It might sound different to other people, but roll with it. If it's your passion, if it's your drive, if it's something you want to do it. Make it your own. Don't copy off of anybody else. Learn from other people, but nothing you're not weird, and nothing you want to do is weird, man. It's just stick with it, and there's gonna be some people that relate, and not everybody's gonna relate, and not everybody's gonna support, but people will support, and most likely to be people you don't know.
Keep going.
And not your closest people are the first ones to not show up at a show, or the first ones to not buy a book, to not, you know what I mean? So push it. Just keep pushing it. No idea is too outlandish. That's the biggest thing.
Fire, man. You heard it, man. That's my dude right here.
I appreciate it, man. I really do, man. I love the banner and the logo and just
appreciate it. The OF, man.
If I was gonna hop on a track again, I'd probably sign to the Ohio family, man.
Let's get it. Everybody Ohio family. If you come through here, you're part of Ohio family. We're a family, man.
I do need but now that I got you here in front of everybody watching, I do need a 5-star theme song.
Maybe you asked that.
I did ask you that. I asked you that a while back.
Yeah.
And I still need one. And a lot of people will hear it, and it'll be dope. I just need a verse, and that's it.
You already got it like together?
I don't got it together, man. You do the music, man. I'm out of the music game. Just leave me 16 so I can just hop on it, and that's it.
All right, brother. I mean, I'm going to try to make it do what it do.
All right.
I just got to get my mind focused on music again.
Yeah.
Because I've been falling off a little bit. I got to get it.
We get there. But you
never
get
back.
Lose that bug. You never, no matter what. I don't care. I catch myself be like, I'm about to come out with I'm about to be like, man, focus on your comic book, man. But you can't lose that bug. That bug's there. And
appreciate that, man.
No problem, man.
Well, thank you guys. Make sure you view, like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Follow this, man. We're going to have a couple links up where you can just click and check this guy out, man.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Been a blast. Love y'all.
Tune in to No Topic. Let's get it.
We got the rent paid. I got my car paid. Working my job cake. We working till lunch break. I got my phone paid. We working for Ben Frank. Shout out to Lil